Hi class, this is Coach Riza. For today, we are going to talk about matter and its properties. What is matter? So have you ever wondered class, ano kaya yung ibig sabihin ng matter? Let's observe the pictures on the next slide. What can you see? So we have books, we have children playing at the playground, we have our school building, a house, a dog, some trees, plants, a television, and a lot of toys. There's a lot of things that we can see around this picture. So all of those things, class, that we are seeing right now is what we called matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So everything on Earth has mass, may bigat, and it takes up space. Meaning, lahat na nakikita natin sa ating paligid ay matter. Matter is everywhere and everything in this world is matter. So matter can be a living thing or a non-living thing. So gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, si matter po ay lahat ng bagay na nakikita natin. Maliit man ito or malaki, ito man ay may buhay or walang buhay, ito ay matatawag nating matter. Even tayo, humans, tao, ay isang matter. So gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, everything that we see around us is matter. And it can exist in 3 states. Or meron tayong tinatawag na states of matter. It can be solid, liquid, or gas. Solids have a definite shape. And it has a definite volume. So example nga po ng solids natin ay wood. Our tables, chairs, our house, it's solid. Our toys and stuff like books, ballpen, these materials or these matter are solids. Liquids do not have a definite shape. It takes the shape of the container. So it has a definite volume. So na-measure natin yung dami ng liquid na meron. At example nga ng liquids are water, juice, soft drinks. No? Ito yung mga example ng liquid. Ito yung mga liquids that can flow, pwedeng dumaloy, gaya ng tubig sa ating karagatan, ilog, at lawa. Next state of matter is gas. Si gas po ay wala siyang shape. Hindi rin natin siya nakikita at wala rin itong definite volume. Pero ang example ng gases, kahit di man natin ito nakikita, ay present pa din naman siya sa ating paligid. Gaya ng oxygen, carbon dioxide, at madami pang ibang gases. Yung air na hinihinga natin ay hindi natin ito nakikita, pero again, ito ay nasa paligid natin. Okay, so that is a gas or gases. State of matter, we have again solid, liquid, and gas. Matter has this what we called properties. Ito yung mga characteristic na nagde-describe sa ating matter. Okay, so these characteristics make matter distinct from one another. So this is called properties of matter. So let's see what are those properties of matter. First, mass. Mass is the amount of matter present in an object. Weight is the measure of how much gravity is pulling on the mass of the object. Volume is the measure of the space occupied by matter. So gaya ng liquid, kung ano man yung nasasakop niya na space sa isang lalagyanan, ito ay pwedeng ma-measure using measuring cups or laboratory glasswares like graduated cylinder. So, makikita natin doon kung ano yung volume ng tubig. So, ganun din, no, kapag solids. Yung solids natin ay pwede ring ma-measure yung space na na-occupy niya. Next, we have density. Density is the ratio of the object's mass to its volume. So, ito po yung dami ng mass. Okay? Yung bigat ng mass to its volume. Our matter has different densities. Gaya ng nakikita natin sa picture here, may mga bagay na or may mga matter na mas mabigat kaysa sa isang pang type ng matter. So, gaya ng nakikita natin, may mga bagay na lumulubog sa liquids at may mga bagay na lumulutang sa liquids. It's because, again, magkakaiba sila ng ratio ng mass to its volume. Okay? Yung ratio ng mass to its volume is what we call the density. Next is the pressure. Pressure is defined as the force per unit area. Ito yung effort na ine-exert natin kapag tayo ay, for example, nagbabalat ng fruits. Like this one, on our picture, if you can see, nagbabalat siya ng mangoes. Okay? So, yung effort na ine-exert natin sa pagbabalat ng ating mango ay tinatawag nating pressure. Ito yung force, ito yung effort or pressure na ine-exert natin sa isang bagay. Okay? So, next is temperature. Temperature is the degree of how hot or cold an object is. So, may mga bagay na malamig at may mga bagay na mainit. Gaya ng ice. Alam naman po natin na yellow or ice is cold. And if it's a boiling water is hot. Okay? So, yun po yung temperature. At pwede natin siyang masukat using a thermometer. Okay? So, we can measure the temperature if it's hot or cold using a temperature measuring device or thermometer. The properties of matter can be classified as physical properties or chemical properties. So let's see what are these physical and chemical properties. First is the physical properties. These are the characteristics of matter that can be readily observed without changing its composition. Ibig sabihin po neto, ito daw po yung mga characteristics na pwede nating ma-observe or madali nating nakikita without changing or walang pagbabago or walang nababago sa kanyang composition. So, gaya ng color, odor, taste, texture, hardness, and shape. So, yun po yung physical properties. Ito yung mga characteristics ng matter na na-observe natin at walang nababago sa kanyang composition. Next list of physical properties are this one. We have this what we called malleability. Malleability is the ability of a material to be rolled or hammered into thin sheets. Like this, we can see here an aluminum foil or aluminum sheet or thin sheet of aluminum. So, metals, no, some metals have this what we call malleability. Yung kakayahan nila na ma-hammered, ma-roll into thin sheets. We also have this what we call ductility. Ductility is the ability of a material to be drawn into wires. So, ibig sabihin, pwede silang gawin into wires like this one. We have here a copper wire on our picture on the left side. Okay, so copper wire siya. So again, no, may mga materials tayo na pwedeng ma-drawn, magawa into thin wires. Next is brittleness. So, brittleness naman po means that these materials can crumble or break easily. So, ito yung mga materials or matter na madaling masira or madaling mag-crumble into pieces. So, brittleness po ang tawag dito. An example of these are chalk. So, yung chalk natin, di ba, malambot siya. Kapag chalk natin is malambot. So, madali silang mabali. So, kaya naman, yung property na yon ay tinatawag na brittleness. Another example of brittleness is kapag meron tayong glass, okay, or meron tayong mga babasagin na bagay, like porcelain, cups, plates. So, kapag nahulog yung baso or plate na babasagin, di ba, nababasag siya. So, it's because, again, may property siya na brittleness. Madali siyang ma-break easily, no? Or it breaks easily. Okay? So, next is elasticity. Elasticity means it can stretch and can return to its original shape. Like this one. Our example here are rubber bands. Ayan. So, favorite natin tong laruin, right? Rubber bands. So, kapag in-stretch natin si rubber band, of course, pwede siyang mag-stretch. At kapag binitawan na natin si rubber band, bumabalik ito sa kanyang original shape. At yun yung tinatawag natin na physical property na elasticity. Elastic siya. Na i-stretch at pwedeng bumalik sa dati niyang shape. Okay? And last but not the least, for our physical properties is conductivity. So, conductivity is an ability that allows heat and electricity to pass through a material. So, ito yung kakayahan ng isang matter na mag-allow, na magdaloy or mag-flow sa kanya ang heat or energy, and electricity. So, gaya nga ng example natin is the wires, no? Yung mga wirings natin, yung mga kable ng kuryente, ayan, yung mga sasalpakan natin or sa mga outlets natin, yung mga gadgets natin, yung mga charger, ayan, may mga wire sa loob niyan. At pati yung mga electrical devices natin or appliances sa bahay, meron siyang cord at sa loob ng cord ng salpakan natin ay merong wire. So usually it's copper wire, it's made of metal. And those metal can conduct heat or electricity. So yung property na yon ay tinatawag nating conductivity. Okay? So these are the physical properties of matter. Again, tatandaan lang po natin sa physical properties ng matter. Ito yung mga physical na naoobserbahan natin sa kanila. Ito yung mga karakteristik ng matter na naoobserbahan natin by our senses, nakikita natin, naaamoy natin, nalalasahan, nahahawakan natin. So, yun yung mga properties or tinatawag nating physical properties. The physical properties class is divided into two types. So, may two types pala tayo ng physical properties. And it's called intensive properties and extensive properties. So, tingnan natin, ano ba itong intensive properties and extensive properties. Extensive properties is a property that changes when the amount of matter in a sample changes. So, it depends on the size or amount. Example po natin dito is mass, weight, volume, and length. Ibig sabihin po ng extensive property is ito yung properties na pwedeng mabago kapag nadagdagan or nabawasan yung amount, no, sa ating matter or sa sample na meron tayo. So, nababago yung ating property dahil sa size or amount or nagdedepende ito sa size or amount na nadadagdag or nababawas sa kanya. So, for example, let's say we have here, no, yung weight ng ating mga fruits sa timbangan. So, nakita naman natin maraming fruits sa timbangan. Kapag binawasan ko ba ito, mababago din ba ang kanyang weight? Yes. Yes po. So, pag binawasan natin yung fruits, nagagaan na siya, yung timbangan natin. So, magiging magaan yung kanyang makukuha na weight or mass. Kapag dinamihan ko ba yung prutas, ay bibigat din ba ito? Yes. So, kapag nagdagdag pa tayo ng prutas sa ating timbangan, syempre bibigat din yung timbang na makukuha niya. Ganon din po sa liquid. Ayan, sa volume. So, let's say we have here 1 cup of milk. So, kita naman natin may cup of milk here. Kapag ka ba binawasan ko ito, of course, makikita ba natin, mababawasan ba itong ating milk? Yes, mababawasan siya. Kapag pinuno ko to, madadagdagan siya. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng extensive property. So, nagdedepende tayo sa size or amount na pwedeng madagdag or mabawas sa mga properties na ito. Next is intensive properties. So, these properties does not change when the amount of sample changes. So, ibig sabihin, class, ito naman daw po yung mga properties na hindi magbabago kahit na nagbago yung dami nung ating or amount nung ating sample. So, hindi siya nagdedepende sa size or amount nung sample natin or yung matter natin. An example nga po nito ay color, odor, boiling point, melting point, density, hardness, malleability, ductility, luster, pressure, and temperature. So, ito yung mga properties, okay, physical properties na hindi mababago kahit na nabago yung amount ng sample. So, let's say, let's have an example. Let's say we have a wood. Kita natin here, we have this wood here. Okay? So, kapag itong kahoy na to ay hiniwa natin, ayan, sa kalahati, matigas pa rin ba siya? Matigas pa din, di ba, no? Kahit hiniwa natin yung kahoy. Okay? So, yun po, no? Hindi na bago yung tigas na meron yung kahoy natin kahit hiwain natin ito sa kalahati. Let's say we have this aluminum foil. Ayan, ganun ulit. Si aluminum foil, kapag hinati ko ba sa gitna, mababago ba yung kanyang malleability? So, malleability, class, again, is the ability of a material or a matter to be drawn into sheets. Thin sheets can be hammered into thin sheets. So, hindi, di ba? So, kahit gupitin natin ito or hiwain natin sa kalahati, mananatili pa rin yung kanyang property na tinatawag nating malleability. Let's say we have a piece of paper. Color pink naman ngayon yung paper natin. So, kapag ginupit ko ba ng heart shape yung paper, mababago ba yung color niya? Hindi, di ba? So, mananatili pa rin color pink yung paper kahit gupitin natin siya ng heart. So, yun po yung ibig sabihin kay intensive properties. Na ito yung mga properties na kahit mabago man yung kanyang itsura, yung amount, okay, gupit-gupitin man natin, hatiin man natin ito sa kalahati, mananatili itong kanyang properties. Okay? So, these are the intensive properties. So, kung kanina napag-usapan natin si physical properties, ngayon naman, pag-uusapan naman natin si chemical properties. Si chemical properties naman is the way a substance change or react to form another substance. So, dito sa chemical properties ay hindi lang yung appearance yung nababago, pati yung kanyang composition, yung kanyang composition within. So, may nababago ngayon sa kanya within to form another substance. So, we have here combustibility. So, it's a chemical property wherein it's the ability of a material to burn. Example ng mga combustible materials are papers, boxes, fabrics, kahoy, ayan, or wood, they are combustible. Okay, so ito yung mga materials na pwedeng masunog or may kakayahang masunog. Another chemical property is flammability. So, si flammability naman is the ability of a material to ignite or catch fire easily. So, ano bang difference nila? So, kanina sabi ko, combustibility. Ito yung kakayahan ng isang material to burn. So, may mga matter or bagay talaga na pwedeng masunog. Pero pag sinabi nating flammability class, ito yung ability ng material to ignite or catch fire easily. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mga material na mabilis masunog or mabilis mag-catch ng fire o magkaroon ng apoy. Okay, so for example nga po nito is alcohol. Alcohol po is a chemical that is very flammable. So, mabilis itong mag-catch ng fire or mag-ignite ng fire. So, kaya naman class, no, kapag may alcohol tayo, hindi dapat natin ito tinatabi sa apoy or malapit sa apoy. So, dahil nga po, yung liquid na ito, yung alcohol na ito, ay flammable or mabilis siyang mag-catch ng fire. Next chemical property is the biodegradability. So, ito naman daw po yung ability of a material to decompose. Or ibig sabihin, ito yung ability ng isang material na mabulok. Gaya na nakikita natin sa picture ngayon, we have an apple. So, pag fresh pa siya, no, ito yung itsura niya. Okay, so this is a green apple. Yan, so fresh pa siya, bagong pitas, so pwede pa siyang kainin. Pero pagtagal na naiwan itong apple na ito, pwede siyang mabulok or ma-decompose. Okay? So, that is a chemical property. So, may nababago na sa kanyang composition within. And last but not the least, is reactivity. So, ibig sabihin ng reactivity, ito yung mga substances na mabilis or madaling mag-react to another substance. And examples nga nun ay mga chemicals. Ayan, may mga chemicals tayo class na matatagpuan sa mga laboratories natin kung saan very reactive sila in contact with another chemical. So, pwede silang sumabog, mag-iba ang kulay, or mag-apoy ng bigla kapag ka ito ay naghalo-halo na, no, yung mga chemicals natin. So, yun yung reactivity na tinatawag. Okay? So, that is our chemical properties.